Siddhartha Gautama, most commonly referred to as the Buddha, meaning the awakened one, was a wandering ascetic and religious teacher who lived in South Asia during the 6th or 5th century BC. The teachings of Gautama would go on to become the foundations of Buddhism. According to Buddhist tradition, he was born in Lumbini in what is now Nepal to royal parents of the Shakya clan, but renounced his home life to live as a wandering ascetic. After leading a life of mendicancy, asceticism, and meditation, he attained enlightenment at Bodh Gaya in what is now India. The Buddha thereafter wandered through the lower Indo-Gangetic plain, teaching and building a monastic order. He taught a middle way between sensual indulgence and severe asceticism, leading to nirvana. Nirvana defined as freedom from ignorance, craving, rebirth, and suffering. His teachings are summarized in the Noble Eightfold Path, a training of the mind that includes ethical training and meditative practices such as sense restraint, kindness toward others, and mindfulness. The Buddha died in Kushinagar, attaining parinirvana. The Buddha has since been venerated by numerous religions and communities across Asia. A couple of centuries after his death, he came to be known by the title Buddha, which means awakened one or enlightened one. His teachings were compiled by the Buddhist community in the Vinaya, his codes for monastic practice, and the Sutta Pitaka, a compilation of teachings based on his discourses. These were passed down in Middle Indo-Aryan dialects through an oral tradition. Later generations composed additional texts, such as systematic treatises known as Abhidharma, biographies of the Buddha, collections of stories about his past lives known as Jataka tales, and additional discourses, such as the Mahayana Sutras. This cycle of becoming is characterized by dukkha, commonly referred to as suffering. Dukkha is more aptly rendered as unsatisfactoriness or unease. It is the unsatisfactoriness and unease that comes with a life dictated by automatic responses and habituated selfishness, and the unsatisfactories of expecting enduring happiness from things which are impermanent, unstable, and thus unreliable. The ultimate noble goal should be liberation from this cycle. Samsara, the repeated cycle of becoming and rebirth, is dictated by karma, which is an impersonal natural law, similar to how certain seeds produce certain plants and fruits. Karma is not the only cause for one's conditions, as the Buddha listed various physical and environmental causes alongside karma. The Buddha's teaching of karma differed to that of the Jains and Brahmins, in that on his view, karma is primarily mental intention, as opposed to mainly physical action or ritual acts. Richard Gombrich summarizes the Buddha's view of karma as follows: all thoughts, words, and deeds derive their moral value, positive or negative, from the intention behind them. The Buddha taught a path of training to undo the shackles a sentient being held to samsara. This path is described in the early texts as a middle way between sensual indulgence on one hand and mortification of the body on the other. In Buddhism, the 7 factors of awakening are: mindfulness, to maintain awareness of reality, in particular the teachings; investigation of the nature of reality; energy, also determination; effort; joy or rapture; relaxation or tranquility of both body and mind; concentration, a calm one-pointed state of mind; equanimity, to accept reality as it is without craving or aversion. Zazen is a meditative discipline that is typically the primary practice of the Zen Buddhist tradition. The term Zuochen can be found in early Chinese Buddhist sources, such as the Dhyana Sutras. The meaning and method of Zazen varies from school to school, but in general it is a quiet type of Buddhist meditation done in a sitting posture like the lotus position. The practice can be done with various methods, such as following the breath, mentally repeating a phrase, and a kind of open monitoring in which one is aware of whatever comes to our attention. A japamala, or simply mala, is a loop of prayer beads commonly used in Indian religions such as Hinduism, Jainism, Sikhism, and Buddhism for counting recitations when performing japa, or for counting some other sadhana such as prostrating before a holy icon. They are similar to other forms of prayer beads used in various world religions and in Christianity, the rosary. Meditation is a practice in which an individual uses a technique, such as mindfulness or focusing the mind on a particular object, thought, or activity, to train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. Meditation is practiced in numerous religious traditions. The earliest records of meditation are found in the Upanishads, and meditation plays an important role in Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism. Since the 19th century, Asian meditative techniques have spread to other cultures where they have also found application in non-spiritual contexts, such as business and health. Meditation may significantly reduce stress, anxiety, depression, and pain, and enhance peace, perception, self-concept, and well-being. The Buddha has become one of the most influential figures in world history. Billions of people have followed his teachings, and his message of mindful meditation and living from moment to moment is still relevant today.